Hello and welcome to April 3rd, 1989. Today we have a very simple day, only one thing to cover, but we'll start with the question of the day. And for the question of the day, we'll open to a random page here, and it is going to be question number 1682, and it says, what do you consider to be unforgivable? For me personally, what I consider to be unforgivable is disloyalty. I very value loyalty, so anyone who's disloyal, you put enough trust into someone, that is what I consider to be unforgivable. Of course, the standard answer also, as I find it unforgivable if someone murders or cheats someone out of something that they don't deserve. But on top of that, it's loyalty. Loyalty is number one, so if you're disloyal, that's something that's unforgivable to me. But we'll continue on, and we have only one thing to cover today, and that would be our comic book of the day. And for today's comic book, we have Avengers number 302. This comic book is very interesting. I didn't know what to expect reading it, but when I did, I was like, the potential for this comic book is crazy if you think about it. Uh, we'll start out with it, and it's called the part two of the Supernova Saga. And in the Supernova Saga, you have the cover right here, and it deals with Avengers. That's pretty much all you can really say about this one. There's a lot to it and a lot of characters moving in. Luckily, for this issue, I recognize a lot of characters. So that's pretty good. I'm glad about that. But let's just jump into the content. On the first panel here, we have Supernova, who is inbound to Earth. His sole purpose is to find the space pirate Nebula, who destroyed his home planet. And on his journey to Earth, he reveals that last issue, the East Coast Avengers went to go confront him and his spaceship in space and were trapped and got exploded on board on that spaceship. But now he's headed to Earth, and more specifically, Chicago, which we'll find out in a little bit. Then they introduce a brand new character I don't think they have introduced before in Marvel Comics, considering there's a panel here that says his comic book's coming up. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this guy, and it is revealed that his name is Quasar. I don't know anything about this superhero, but we're interested to find out. I guess he uses some magical armbands that help him channel quantum energy. So we'll see how that plays into effect in this comic book. He flies to Chicago to the disturbance from the Fantastic Four building, apartment building, and confronts Supernova. He tries to restrain him, all while Supernova is proclaiming that he wants Nebula or the planet will be destroyed. He tries to restrain him, like I said, and he doesn't succeed, obviously. Supernova, with his massive amount of energy, breaks out. I also find it interesting that Supernova is about 35 feet. He's really tall. He's about half the size of the Sears building if you look at the comic book. On top of that, so Quasar fails and he gets thrown to the ground and tries to shield himself, but of course Supernova's power is far too great. Then we jump over to the East Coast Avengers. They seem to be a lackadaisy type of Avengers group, and I think I said East Coast, but I meant West Coast Avengers. And you have Hawkeye, Clint Barton, the leader of the West Coast Avengers, and he has a team of Tigra, Ant-Man, which is Hank Pym, And this guy, who I don't know who he is, but I think they called him the Superhuman. Um, don't know anything about him, but looking forward to seeing who he is and how he plays. They get the call that there's a disturbance in Chicago. Hawkeye tries to contact the West Coast Avengers, or I'm sorry, the East Coast Avengers, because it's Chicago's in the midway between the two, and Peggy Carter informs Hawkeye that the East Coast Avengers are in space and they haven't checked in. So Hawkeye says his team needs to go, and they say the classic Avengers assemble while they're on the way to Chicago. They also jump over to the East Coast Avengers in space after the explosion. They survived because Sue Storm puts a bubble around them, and they were at first seamlessly drifting through space until Thor gets out of the bubble and uses Mjolnir to guide them back towards Earth, which seems fine and it seems to work just well until they start entering atmosphere, which we'll get to in a second. In the meantime, Hawkeye and his team of West Coast Avengers arrive at Chicago to see the Superhuman. They say that his costume is very similar to a superhero they have on file, which is called Nova, and they're interested to see what's going on. When they arrive, this guy they call Superhuman is thrown directly to the ground, and Ant-Man is amazed that not even he can do that. So that's kind of interesting. Like I said, I don't know much about him, but we'll learn as it goes on. After he's thrown to the ground, we cut back to the East Coast Avengers, and as they enter the atmosphere, like I said, there was issues. The bubble started to catch fire, and they start plummeting towards the Earth. They have a hero with them, I guess that was on the spaceship, from what I can understand from the comic, that exploded. Is also a survivor of Xandar. Now, this superhero is called Firelord, and he gets out of the bubble as well, just to divert the flames around the bubble to help Sue Storm um, out while they have to lower the bubble because the heat is cutting off oxygen to them. Then they go and start tumbling to the earth. But we cut back to the West Coast Avengers confrontation with Supernova. Hawkeye becomes noble and tries to talk with Supernova about why he's here. He also got word that the East Coast Avengers landed at their West Coast facility, so he's also trying to bide time before the other Avengers team can get there. He gets snatched up by Supernova, and he tries to stall him by asking him who's Nebula, what does he want with her, but it looks like Supernova isn't going to have it. We got to find out in next issue of Avengers 303, which should come out next month. So keep an eye out for that. I'm interested because there's a lot of things going on and mingling between each other. I'm pretty sure next issue the East Coast Avengers are going to arrive and they're going to take on Supernova himself. Furthermore, what I find interesting about this comic, as far as modern day terms go, is that Supernova has been announced for the MCU. So we'll see if they use this comic for inspiration to introduce Supernova into the MCU. But that's in the future. We're not there yet. That's way in the future. We'll get to there when we get to there. That's all we had to cover today for April 3rd, 1989. I know it was a short day. We just talked about comic books, and I know a lot of you guys aren't really interested in the whole comic book discussion. However, tomorrow we have a big game. It's the first new game releases for this channel. So that's going to be really interesting to see. I can't wait to share those games with you. We also got a TV show and some other stuff to go over tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that video tomorrow. All my daily videos are posted at 7 p.m. and I should have a gameplay video at 8. I may push that gameplay video up, but for now, 7 p.m. for the daily videos and 8 p.m. for the gaming videos. So keep an eye out for that. We should have a gameplay video today. So like I said, 8 o'clock, look for that. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you can't tell, I try to improve some things. Let me know if you like this better, or if you want to go back to the old way. This should be better quality, better audio, everything. But we'll have to take a look and see how that is. I'll make adjustments as necessary. But thank you guys all for watching. Please press the subscribe button, put the thumbs up like, and also turn on that notification bell so you never miss the daily videos of what was released every day. In the description down below, you have my Spotify playlist, so you can always listen to the music of the air. We have three CDs up there today. We should get another one on there tomorrow, but I'll keep you guys updated for that. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And goodbye for now. Until yesterday.